Music Radio, WLS.
To be with you, Rush Limbaugh, the EIB Network, and...
Good morning, everybody. Hello, friends. Welcome to the show.
What's up, beer drinkers? We got another great show for you again this week.
Here's Dan Hampton and Ed O'Brien.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson, and you're listening to...
All right, you know why we're here. So if you got any doubts or reservations, now's the time to say so. No one will think any less of you. Because once you enter this family, there's no getting out.
This is where this gets difficult.
Nope. What kind of hotel is this?
How you doing?
With a tear in my eye.
I am coming.
Beat your way.
Frost has walnuts.
We're doing live. I am the voice of the voiceless.
See you next Tuesday.
Oh, it is the Lingus Mafia podcast, baby. We are back once again. Faust, no one knows when this is recorded because, since of my work schedule, we'll pull back the curtain and tell people we record this at 8 at night on a Monday night. So then we just put it out on Tuesday when it's,
schedule,
because then people don't get their messed up times. That's what's good about us. That's why we love our fans, Faust, and that's what we do. We keep them all set. I'm Cab Manning. We do another show a lot of the time. I was going to say sometimes. No, Faust. We do another show
Twice a week.
Yes. 4 shows, though. Twice a week. We just chop it so there's more to download for everybody. And that is the WrestleLingus show. That is on the Creative Control Network. You could look for that and enjoy and help us get to number 2. We are just behind that number 2 show. Few more downloads, and we will fucking have it.
We'll get there.
Yes, eventually. That's my consigliere. That is the wise man. That is Frosty Walnuts.
What do you hear? What do you say?
And our most of the time bookie, especially during good time of gambling, because fucking gambling for fucking baseball. That is the bookie. That is the underboss. That is Gregorio.
Buonasera.
Oh, so I went and looked for fucking houses this weekend. I mean, I don't know if it's because I was like, oh, well, it's not really depressing when you don't find something because you almost don't want to find something great right now because you're not planning for right now anyway.
Right.
So if you do find something, you're like, well, fuck. Now you're jumping because you have to.
Yeah, on one hand, it's nice to see what's out there
Sure.
and what's going on in neighborhoods and whatnot. But then, like you said, if you fall in love with something, if now is not the time you're planning on doing it, then what?
I would assume if we did fall in love with something, we're doing it. I don't think, I think because you would see something that you have not been able to find, and now everything's perfect. There's a pool, there's 3-car garage, there's enough fucking room, there's whatever the fuck you need. There's a bit of a
There's
yard.
a store nearby.
Well,
There's sidewalks.
that's in all of Faust. I don't look unless there's a sidewalk. Yeah, I'm not looking here. I'm looking places that there are sidewalks. And it's basically, I mean, Tracy still gets toyed with a little bit. Because like when you look for pools too. Like that's one of the things we have on the list is a pool. It's not a fucking guarantee must. But it's pretty close. It's pretty close because, happy wife, happy life, and she wants a fucking pool. All right. Like, I've always been, once you're an adult, if you want to call it what we are, adults. I mean, you guys have kids. I guess you're officially adults. Fuck, you have to be, I guess. If they only knew.
Adult in age only.
Only by age. You're an adult.
Maturity, maybe not so much.
Yeah, no. Maturity, Faust. I'll be 90 and going, here's a dick joke for you.
Yeah. I still laugh at farts.
Oh, immediately.
I always say, when farting's not funny, then what's the point of living?
They put me
anymore?
in a casket. It's the end of it. So when you look at Tracy has a lot that have fucking pools, and Brentwood has some, but it's like you've exhausted already. All right, this is the amount. And then there's some that I see, I go, oh, this is great. This has everything. And the house is just too small. It's like maybe 100 square feet less than already. And if you're going to go bigger than you have. I'm thinking 2,500 square feet is what you're looking at instead of, I think I'm in 18 something. So I think these were like 17. I'm like, fuck. It's just fucking right there. And then I also look at the dimensions of a garage. And I measure mine at the same time. And it's like, the garage is even smaller than this one. And at the same time, because that's I need the, multiple garage thing for golf.
Right.
But at the same time, I have said when she's looked at things, and it's like, well, the garage, it's only a 2-car or whatever. And I'm like, it's not the end all be all. If everything else is fucking great, I'll find a fucking way, because I always do. I'll find a goddamn way. And hell, I would love to be able to just like completely build something outside that's a fucking, a room, a big room, because then I would have this bullshit room, with the pod stuff would all be, everything of mine would be this fucking cave of a fucking place. One end is the golf, and then you'd have the fucking Bears bar the rest of the fucking way, because you only need this certain area for the golf thing anyway. But I'm like, I look at some of these things, and then even if it was 2-car, you would hope that it was 2 garages itself, doors, because then you're like, how my one is shut off. Mine
You have
is,
your divider.
Yeah, the divider. So she's opening her garage. Mine, I took the fucking garage door out. Everything, that fucking door is glued to the wall, whatever, and it's fucking stuck there. I use nice little crazy glue on the sides, on the edges. It sticks very nice. So that's the thing too, is because I'm like, well, I would just hit the opposite direction. So you're not running into that fucking problem. But you do want, and I say, well, we're not, forced to get the fuck out. And the plan is after football anyway. So it's not you have to go, you have to hurry up, and so
there's no rush.
No, we looked at a couple places, and like I go, I don't know if we're ever gonna find perfection, because that's the you're like, no, it has this one thing missing or something. You're like, I don't know in reality if you end up doing that. Oops, I touched my wire, sorry. If that actually fucking happens to where you have to have every single fucking piece of everything correct, where you're like, oh, because I go in and right away you go, where's the big blank wall for all the televisions to fuck? It's
Right.
things like that. But I said at the new place it'd be 3 TVs on one wall. I won't have the 6 like I do now, because that will be in my cave of an area. So when we actually just watch TV, I'm usually have one of the TVs on. She has one of the TVs on. But at times there will be, then I will have 2 of my own on, and she'll have the other one, because it's like, okay, well, there's multiple games on or some shit, as in the basketball game and a fucking, baseball game will be on or something like that. So I'm like, all right, I glance over at one, earbuds in the other ones, and fucking deal with it. You say, Greg, yours is it 1,600 square feet, your house?
No, mine's small, dude. Mine's like, I think 1,100.
You're by yourself, though.
Yeah. I had 2 bedroom, 2 bath, 2-car garage. I mean, it's just me by myself.
2-car garage, too. Yeah, shit. I mean, you almost have the same thing Faust has, except for a garage.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom. What's your size, Faust? I mean, you're in a condo. It's not a house.
It's just under 1,000. It's like 990 or something like that.
And the fucking master is quite fucking large. I thank you. So
Hey now.
So like there are certain areas like we look at Disco Bay because it's just fucking nice. It's weird because it is in the middle of fucking nothing, and then there's a fucking paradise to the side, and it's like Hill Valley. You fucking have the gates, the fucking Lions Estate. You go into it, and I'm like, yeah, it's its own little fucking thing, and I mean. It's literally 15 minutes from like central Brentwood. So it's not like, oh, well, I'm in the middle. You're right there at least to get to real stores and stuff like that. But it was like, Brentwood might be the fucking way. And then, you still toy around with like the Tracy thing when I was looking at stuff. But looking at Antioch's got a bad rap for sure, right? Like here, Antioch, you think it's fucking crime shitville, right? And she, as a fucking like 18 years old, moved to fucking Antioch in a fucking hellhole and fucking cockroach motel, whatever the fuck it was at, right? It was just shit. And so she's got in her head, Antioch, fuck that noise, never. And I look and I do the crime map. If you type in crime area thing, you have the green and the red and the yellow, right, on a map of where everything is bad and shit. Yeah, right. Fucking Antioch, the lower going toward Brentwood area is juicy green. It is like upper left that is bright red, like into Pittsburgh area.
Yeah.
Where Pittsburgh, California, which is bizarre. And I'm like, fuck, because I start looking at houses that are like, because it's right off the Brentwood, right off to the side of Brentwood where Antioch is starting and everything like that, where the highway is. And these houses are fucking fantastic. So I start to stand to it. I'm like, you might want to consider over here. It's just to the side, but it has the address of Antioch. That's the fucking Iggy, right? That'll fuck you up. But fucking houses were fucking spectacular, and they're in the suburb area with all fucking killer areas and shit like that. So that was what we were fucking looking at this weekend, and a nice 2-hour fucking drive to get to Brentwood. I mean, it just feels like you're driving for fucking ever to do anything.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, I'm quote unquote used to it, if you want to fucking call it that, from work and shit like that, where it's just everything's 2 hours for me anyway. Like, well, at least it's an hour to get to that Modesto area, and there's that mall. That if you want to go to a mall, it's an hour. It's a fucking hour to get to a mall. Faust, you walk to the fucking you pig. You fuck. God damn it. So that's I guess Modesto's way the fuck out, because that's crazy. The fucking, it's way worse than Antioch, but you wouldn't think so.
Was that the crime?
Yes. If you look at the map of Modesto, the fucking thing's filled. And I'm like,
Modesto.
And I'm like, I go through Modesto and I go, it looks nice to me. I can't fucking tell shit. And I'm like, so Antioch's better than Modesto?
Go back around 1 o'clock at night.
And our buddy, the fucking Bareback Avenger, is in fucking Modesto. You should actually look on the map, Faust. See if he's in the middle of Beirut. See if he's
way out on the edge.
Fuck.
He's like way east.
He's east Modesto.
Yeah, like when you get off the highway, what is that, 99?
You know what's funny is people go
20 minutes or so just to get to his house.
People go, do you take this highway to get to Brentwood? I go, I don't know a fucking road I fucking took, because you put on GPS, get me to this house. Yeah. I'm like, I know, Faust, I know the 101, I know 680, I know 280, I know 237, I know 87, and I know 17. That's what I fucking know. They go, oh, do you take 4? I go, 4? What the fuck is that? And apparently I do, work calling. Don't they know? Don't they know I'm fucking busy here?
They know what they're doing.
I know.
Oh, this late?
Well, sometimes, Faust, this work never ends. It just never ends. They just always fucking call. They always call. So you always have to be attentive to them. So I talked to old Cat this fucking week.
Yeah, bitch.
Holy fuck. I mean, in the words of Chet from Weird Science, I wouldn't give a squirt of piss for your ass right now. That is a horrible, horrible life. And I know the people that listen to this know who Cat is. Longtime friend, formerly on the show at times, doing video stuff with us. Former contributor, full-time forklift operator.
Certified.
I guess it never runs out, because he would have to take a test. I know mine ran out when I did that class. Fucking goes away in a year. So
I got to re-up every year.
yeah, right. So what the fuck?
Mhm.
I'm like, he's going on. He does not even forklift certified. He just fucking lies. That's how bad that is. He makes a fucking card for himself and just fucking puts it out there. But I'm like, it's been forever. And the last time I messaged him, Faust, remember I said, question for you.
And you
Never.
Yeah.
And I didn't even bring it up. I was gonna say,
waiting for you to ask the
by the way,
questions.
yeah, I was just waiting. It was, do you want to golf with us, for God's sake? So I'm like, so what's up with the the house being worked, paid and this and that and job wise? He's like, fuck, I got laid off again. It's been so many fucking times. I can't even believe how many fucking times it's been. And I fucking yell at him. I give him the tough love at times with, for one, stop getting jobs with your kids.
Yeah.
Faust, we just said we're adults, right? You can't. I'm like, the kids are making the same money you are. You can't have this in your fucking life. And he said the one kid got him fucking shit canned. And I'm like, I'd be behind bars by now. I would have killed this fucking kid. This kid has been nothing but a fucking nightmare to this motherfucker. And it was...
Is this Two Pig?
Two Pig. He fucking knows, I guess, some of the fucking people who work there. Like a supervisor type. But he does like that swing shift shit. So big bosses aren't there. The real bosses are not there. He thinks he can he fuck around. He go to sleep in the fucking corner somewhere. There's cameras fucking getting him everywhere. So he decided he's going to come in. He talk with his buddies. He just shoots the shit. Now he starts to come in. He clocks in and leaves.
Wow.
He does Jim Dodge's fucking supervisor house. Pumping the pasties out of Colleen Jackson. That's what he fucking does. He clocks in and fucking leaves.
Where does he go, to the gym?
The what? Faust, that was on the way to go somewhere, okay, you asshole? I didn't go to the gym, go home and relax and come home. Oh, that's the fucking best. And then they thought they had me, and I had an insider that fucking told me, don't go to the gym today. They're fucking tracking your car.
Watching you.
And they called me in that day. Oh, trying to figure out how to do something, you motherfuckers. Who you think you fuck with me? And so he fucking leave, come back right before it's fucking clock out time. All right, well, good day. Time to go. Fucking, you go, this guy,
See you tomorrow.
woo, this worker. Jesus. So so eventually they fucking figure this out and find out. I don't even know how the fuck it comes about.
What does he do? Like, what does he do for work?
Oh, it was at the fucking the almond factory or fucking that chicken factory. One or the other. I think it was the almond.
I heard it was chicken.
Yeah, it was chicken, but now Cat's been at an almond.
One of these
fucking
agricultural jobs out in the valley.
Okay.
Cat stands there and goes, a can a day. That's all we ask. That's what he, Thank you. I was going to say thank you for your patronage, but that's Bartles and James. That's a whole different fucking commercial. So they shit can him. And now, of course, much like when Cat got fired from ice cream, well, who's his friend? Now let's stare at him. Because usually you're in cahoots if you know each other. And so they start to fucking keep an eye on Cat. And they're watching him. And they say to them, ease up on overtime to everybody. Ease up on overtime. And so he says, he gets there, half hour early as usual, because anybody is a fucking job. Usually, you're there before it's time. And he went in to see, stuff what's going on, get your shit settled, get your shit going on or whatever, but he clocks in and goes through all his stuff. So he's working, and then eventually that's how they fucking we said no overtime. So now's our excuse to get rid of you. And it was for a fucking temp agency anyway. So they told his temp person, we caught him. He clocks in and goes to the break room and just hangs out. And he's like, what the fuck? He goes, it's where all the fucking bosses are. Why would I be that fucking dumb to ever do that? I'm like, tell them, show me the fucking tape. Meanwhile, you're not there anymore. What are you going to fucking fight to stay?
But
So whatever.
Pixar didn't happen.
There you go. So he gets shit canned from that again, but it's constantly at fucking the temp jobs and trying to get into a place, and he's got an interview on the phone or whatever. And like, I'm throwing out different ones. Hey, try this, ask around for this one. And even like in my area, because I go that direction for work. So I'm like, try to even see butcher people that I know that say, you guys hiring in the store, and he can go there. There was one I said, you know what? I could probably get you in, and they will train you to be a butcher, and it's a lifetime fucking job. Problem? It's Palo Alto, Faust. It's 2 hours every fucking day. You're not going to do it. You're just not going to do it. And I said, I know another one in like Madera, on the way to Fresno, so he was like, well, ask about that. I said, the guy just opened a store, so I don't know if he's going to be paying much because it's a brand new, thing that he's just doing and shit like that. But now, remember, Faust, remember the fucking issue before? It was for Frito. And it was, the fucking place was, 30 minutes away?
Yeah, something like that.
And that was the fucking issue? I don't want to drive fucking 30 minutes? Faust, he's looking to drive as far as the fucking car will take him now.
Now it's urgent.
Now, yes, I said, when you are fucking desperate, you need your toilet scrubbed? No problem. So he's looking at jobs in Fresno.
I was going to say, my job had a job fair today, but San Jose.
There you go. Job fair. They got carnival rides and everything. Knock over the fucking Frito box. You got
Frito Bandito out there with the lasso.
You're bringing home a goldfish. Look at that one.
I threw it in the goldfish bowl. Yeah. No filter. This thing will be belly up in 4 minutes, but that's okay. One of those keychains with a turtle that's locked in for life and just going to die in a keychain. So, yeah, now he's willing to just go, will travel. And I said, I go, so how about the wife get a job? That got brought up yet? And he said, yeah, she's actually, she said she get a job. He's always the one to say no to it, which I'm always like, so, but the excuse this time
Isn't she like a hell of a sandwich maker, or what was it?
I said, why don't you go have her apply to Subway? Because he mentions the sandwich.
Yeah.
I said, there you fucking go.
You should apply to Hallmark cards. Funniest fucking cards ever, dude. They fucking sell out.
No comment. Yeah, they do spell check it over there.
Yeah, there you go. Hallmark spelled wrong. So he said she has 3 fucking hernias. And I'm like, what?
Oh,
what?
And at the same time, I think, well, I don't think she's getting a job that you're lifting anything. I'm like, her lifting the grandkids is worse than fucking, whatever the fuck job she would get. And he's like, I don't need her to fucking burst, during fucking this. And apparently, like, they're in process of her getting fucking sewn up. And I guess it's from all the fucking pregnancies. So that's what her hernias are from. The kids kicking the shit out of her, trying to get it. Go, no, I don't want to be in this life. And they're kicking as hard as they can to get out.
I forget, does Kat have 2 grandkids now, or is it just one? Or is it one on the way?
One's on the way.
Man.
I know it's the rotten one has 1 and 1 on the way. And that's what I said to. I go, he's
Wait,
still
that's 2 pig. That's the other one.
That's 2 pig. There's only one rotten one. Files one.
Okay.
One is rotten. And you know what? I wouldn't even offend Kat by saying one of his kids is rotten. I think he raised his head.
Yeah.
And go, yes, you're right.
Well, it's confusing because there was 2 pig that was always locked up, but then the other one
started
that
having
was
problems.
less rotten. He got whooped. It was on Xanax and shit like that, right?
But that's not being rotten. I don't think being whooped. Welcome to being a man. Eventually,
True.
We've all been. I mean, this kid was going out of his way. He was trying to break his neck. Remember that? He was trying to break his neck for sympathy. I'm like, break your neck. Here's the problem. He'd break his neck and not be able to use his dick, and then she'll be with him. Great. Wonderful. Jesus. Remember, he was trying to do flips and break his fucking neck. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
And that one lives out there too?
He lives in the house, yeah. He lives with them. The only one who is out of that house is 2 pig.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, and I go, does he have a job? And he's like, he's supposed to start a job next week. I nearly fell over at this for what the job was. This kid who's, he roommates with Trump. He a felon. And he rub elbows. And then he fucking gets shit canned from all these jobs for stealing and on the job and fucking stealing time, whatever the fuck, right? Yeah, it would fit that he would be a security guard.
Oh my god.
I mean, my boys want to rob the place? Come on in. I'm the security. What the
Turn the
fuck?
other way.
It's fucking insane. I go,
I don't see nothing.
is there no bonded? Like, you got to go through all that and be, get your guard card and all that fucking bullshit? Like, holy fuck. So that's what he was supposedly starting. And I'm like, he's a little bit OJ with the fucking girlfriend. Like, they beat the shit out of each other. It's not only him beating, they beat each other up. So I don't know. This life. And that's the thing. It's not like you go, I do better on the next one. You don't know if there is, obviously. So
is he in the same town? Two pigs?
Yes, he is. And
how he afford a place?
Well, he got it when they had a job. And if there's only the fucking two people to fucking get an apartment there, obviously is cheap too.
Right.
Probably, so it's like, okay, you can get a fucking 1-bedroom apartment with someone else and you'll fucking be easily fine. It's the 12 fucking people to a house, as Reggie White would fucking tell you. There's a problem.
Well,
very rich in family. Very, very rich. Fuck, if they move in with a fucking Chinese family, they get a big giant 86-inch watch on his fucking hand, too.
Japanese.
Thank you. Same shit. The other ones that do math for the family, I don't fucking know. Make a good chicken. So, yeah, that's his fucking plan. But I said to Kat, I go, so how soon? Halfway of busting balls. Halfway serious. So how soon before you go back to your parents' house? And he replied, sadly, I've actually thought of it. And I'm like, oh, fuck. But I'm like, he cannot believe that, like, job-wise.
Sell the house and then.
Fuck. The problem is.
What's the value compared to when they bought it?
That's what I asked him too, because I know he got it for like $380 something. And I was like, do you think it's gone up to $4 since you got it? I don't even know if it would go up to that. He owes money on the motherfucker.
Right.
It's a lot of that. And then I also said, why don't you rent it? Rent out the house. And then you could just, use that money for. And he's like, where the fuck am I going? And that's when I was like, go to your fucking parents at that fucking point. But I'm like, I can't even believe, like, I mean, your parents are your parents. They'll always, do what they can for you and shit like that. And I don't know if I'd be good enough to be like, yeah, everybody come live in my living room. It's not like they have, oh, yeah, we have the fucking West Wing for your family.
Yeah, if only his brother wasn't still there.
Yeah, he's got zero excuse to be saddled down. He's just, I mean, I wonder if his parents go, fuck, we got one kid that fucking did right in this fucking thing, because there's 3 of them. And he moved to Oregon, and he's been gone for ages. So, like,
see ya.
True fucking run for your life. So, fuck, poor motherfucker. It's unfucking believable. I mean, it's an entertainment show at the same time, but this poor fuck. I really thought, okay, here we go. He's got his shit. He got a house finally, and thrilled that he had his own house, and it's got a fucking finally. He's a 50-year-old man finally has a fucking place to live with his family.
Yeah,
it has not had a fucking place since when he was living at my complex, Faust, and he had one kid. That was the same fucking place. It was across the street though, from my Colonial. That one.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was across the street that he was at, and he had one kid, and then they ended up going back to his house, and then or his parents' house, and then it went to her mother's house. And then there's still all like her family's fighting over inheritance or the fucking whole property of everything, and it's like fucking raised by wolves over there. No, I'm like, what kind of family gets to fucking fight each other? I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I'm like, yeah, you almost want to just cut losses and fucking you go to Oregon too. Fuck that. Get the his brother's probably like, lose my address. Don't get near me. You'll be moving in my house. Fuck that shit.
Cut bait, and then next thing you know, he sends you a postcard from Zawana Tanejo.
You're gonna say I got a prince that's gonna offer me money to fucking Jesus Christ. So that's our boy Cat and his fucking nightmare. His own fucking
we wish
life.
him well.
Yeah, fucking in your future endeavors, because I said, my God, I should buy his fucking house fast and then fuck with him. I was like, fuck, man. I mean, he got a good sized house for only like 3 something. Like I said, 380 or whatever the fuck. But I'm like, fuck, he got a full fucking place. His one daughter will do wells. She's already like entrepreneur-ish with making stuff, and she was making like fake roses and shit like that. I don't know what the fuck material it is, but it's wild looking, like a giant bouquet, right? Yeah, it was crazy. I don't know about his youngest, you know, she's youngest. So, but the other one, like, it started off in school. She was making slime and selling it to fucking school kids, you know, in class. So it's that young, yes, very much. And so I wonder though if she probably sees what the fuck is this life and what it might have planned for her, and she's like, it's I got to rely on myself because there's not going to be any, you know, hey dad, help me with something when I need to buy something. It's not going to fucking, that's not happening. You always think every parent's got to have the fucking money, right? You always just think, oh yeah, my parents will lend me $10,000. Who? What the fuck? Come to me for $10,000 now. I have a problem. Like, what are you talking?
Come again?
Yeah, excuse me, $10,000. Yeah, like I asked my mom for $10,000 for the wedding. There you go. Here you go. Oh no, I didn't ask her for 10. I asked what she could put in. I didn't ask for 10, and she gave 10. I was like, fuck. And part of me said, it's a good thing my dad's dead because this would be embarrassing because there ain't no way in hell he would be giving. I think my sister, I don't know. I think he was supposed to pay for the photographer. Like that was like the bare fucking minute. Like he didn't have any fucking, didn't have a fucking dime in his fucking pocket. He wasn't paying that shit, and it would have been embarrassing. I'd been like, great, my dad's the one who's not fucking putting it. I would almost try to gather as much money as I could and just say, oh, this is how much he gave. Do it on my pocket. Be like, fuck, man. I don't want to fucking have him represent. All right, let's get over to the Patreon side. We're going to go to patreon.com/Lingus Mafia. Over there, you can get these full, complete shows. You can get every single part of the WrestleLingus show. That means no commercials, and you get the show quicker, and you also get the pay-per-views, which will be over there. Different tiers. You can watch video, or you don't have to watch video, but as little as $5 will get you in to be able to just listen to this show and wrestling. So if you want just those things, that's what you could do. Look for us on that Creative Control Network, wherever you get your podcast. Just type that in, WrestleLingus Show, and you'll be able to do it. That's 3 different words. We're going to go review the movie that Fausti recommended this week by recommendation to him.
Exactly.
It's a leapfrog effect right there. And we'll get into that next. So make sure to follow us at Lingus Mafia, TikTok, Twitter, all your socials. That's where that will be. See you guys next time.
What do you think about that?
I am the best on this microphone. Nobody can touch me.
Yours truly.
I'm done. Show's over. Good day.
Fade to black.